My
What's
man.
going on, Will?
Ain't nothing much, man. I appreciate it. I was wondering when you was gonna ask me to be on here, man. Golly.
It took
Man.
us it took a while, man, but we had to get some of the kinks out, man, and make sure you came on here right. Make sure you came on here correct.
Oh yeah, you family, so you ain't gotta, you gotta ask, you and Bush, KP and all y'all, I look at y'all as little brothers. You know what I'm
We
saying? Not having little brothers, man, what I'm saying? Y'all boys fill that role for me. So y'all know, what I mean? It's always love for me. You know what I mean?
we appreciate that. We
Yeah.
always appreciated that for sure since day one. Especially somebody like myself who's been in the picture for a long time, long time.
Yeah, they're gonna write. They're gonna write.
First and foremost, man, I always ask just try to ask our guests how you feeling and how's everything going. Are you feeling all right? Is everything good?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I wish I'd be preparing for a game tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, we'll
just
get to that. We'll
yeah,
get to that.
yeah. Other than that, I'm fine. I have my health. My family had their health. So, I mean,
Yeah,
no complaints. I mean, it could definitely be worse.
definitely, man. In this COVID time, man, it's the. I mean, we've never seen anything like this. You're older than me. I'm pretty well. I know you haven't seen a pandemic like this.
Mm.
So it's kind of talking about it from the pandemic. I'm gonna jump all around just to let you know, but kind of talk about it from the pandemic aspect. What did you do and go through during the pandemic this year, between last year and this year so far?
Well, luckily, the pandemic came right at the end of the season, so it kind of allowed me to do some of the end of the season stuff that I normally, had to kind of squeeze in between stuff. So it allowed me to help with recruiting and getting my kids in school and helping some other kids that, either from our county or other people that I know, just trying to link them up with different people. And then me and a couple of my boys, we actually started a podcast too.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's cool. I was one thing I was going to ask you next, if there was anything new that you stepped into or something that you got rid of during the pandemic.
Well,
So
I know
you said the podcast.
I stepped into more pounds. I stepped into more pounds, but that's my one regret from the pandemic. I was telling my friend that a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, I wish that I had picked up a new hobby. Like one thing I need to get better with, I say, is like the audio visual stuff.
Yeah.
I was just talking to JD about that too. Like I wish I could get like not be like psychedelia or whatever, or just
No,
be
I feel you.
but just be decent enough that I could, post something on if I want to post something,
You
like
want to throw something out there for the, you know what I mean?
yeah. If I'm at a game, if I'm at a game, I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to freak that joint out, make it look good, But,
Hey, I can't knock you for that one. You know what I'm saying?
man, I know, but I was just so busy. I mean, the days was just going so fast, man. I felt like I was in jail.
Yeah, man.
I was like,
in the beginning, not knowing what to expect, that everybody was kind of just sitting tight for a minute, just stuck in the house. And well, people that was abiding by the rules, they was kind of just stuck in the house. And it really was like a little bit of a difference for a lot of people that's on the go all the time, especially like you and I, we're on the go all the time. So to be able to not even be able to have to forcefully sit down for a while, it was kind of awakening moment for us. So some good and some bad came out of it.
Yeah, and it was like the first time after a season that I was actually able to just relax. You know what I'm saying? Because normally, season over, you still got to go to work.
Yeah,
and then you got to get AU started for kids and all that type of stuff. So it was good that I was able to relax. But I mean, after like 2 days, you like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Called everybody on your phone. You done looked at IG and Facebook and Twitter 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? I don't play video games, so that.
Yeah, that's it was a little rough in the beginning. I can't lie, and I can't lie and say it wasn't.
And during that time when our season over, that's when we start boogieing.
That's when we get the bump. Yeah,
when we start bumping, and
man,
that's killing me.
It turned. I'm telling you though, it was so crazy because I think honestly, the pandemic got me back in tune, in shape, and ready to go for any situation that happened. And consequently, the summer came and I had a tournament. But I think it was a good time for me to get back in shape because I was just sitting down and I was bored. So I had to get out there and work out a little bit. But
Yeah.
miss those. I definitely miss those runs though, for sure.
Oh man, I do. I miss those runs, man, big time. I get random texts from people be like, man, when we getting back in the gym? I swear I get texts almost every week about people asking when we gonna get back in the gym. Because it's a
Man,
good time, you know what I mean? Good brotherhood and you know, it's people from all over. Like it's not just people from my county, you know what I'm saying? You get dudes from my other gym in PG, so you get a mix. You know, one dude walked in there. Remember, B. Will walked in there, saw you. He was like, "What?" You
it's
know?
crazy.
Yeah,
It's
he was like,
crazy.
"Yeah, yeah." Like I didn't even know that you almost went to Riverdale. I never knew that.
Man, it was this close. It was this close. Literally, the decision was made the day before I had to take the test to get into Riverdale.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
I
never.
played the whole summer. I played the whole summer with B Will.
Oh, you played the summer with them too?
The whole summer I played with them, and literally I played the whole summer. And you know how the Rock League is right before the fall.
Yeah.
So I played in the Rock League 3 games with them, and then I switched and played with Long Reach for the rest. That's when the decision was made. So that's how close it was.
Dang. So who's on your team at Riverdale?
It was B Will. It was a kid named Matt. I can't remember all of the guys. Thomas Robinson was there.
Well, T. Rob was on your team.
T. Rob was there. This is when I met T. Rob. Like,
woo.
So that whole situation was crazy. My man Matt Graves was there. Matt Graves was a monster. Like he was the best 4-man I ever played with, probably.
For real? I didn't know that. I know he coaching D1 ball right now.
It was to the point where as though when we didn't have Thomas playing, if he wasn't playing, every main play that we ran scheme was running through Matt. You had to.
I ain't know Matt could do it like that. Chad was with y'all too, right?
Yeah, well, in that particular summer, yes. A lot of guys came in and out of them gym doors in that summer. I seen Nolan Smith came in there the first time. This is when he first signed to Duke. He came in there, Duke down, fresh fire red threes on, just sitting there chilling with Coach Lou.
Yeah, that's my man.
So Coach Lou. That summer was crazy, man. Was crazy.
I didn't know that, man. I thought y'all just knew each other from playing with each other. And he was like, man, he almost came to Riverdale. I was like, what? I was like, I never knew that.
Yeah, that's my boy, man. Be well, and it's like I said, not me, him, and his father, but like all those guys, they still remember that time, that little moment. I'm still cool with all those guys. So whenever I talk to them, even from that little time. But yeah, just to speak to that point of your gym, and me and Bush talk about this all the time. You could walk in the gym and see somebody like a B Will, or you can see somebody from Baltimore, you can see somebody from north of the county, south of the county, from PG County, from Charles County. You could catch a little bit of everything in there, and that was the best part about the pickup.
Yeah, and like people like you and Bush have been regulars, and then like B Will, so you know they'll bring people, and then like word of mouth, man. It's crazy how many people be hitting me up about that. Y'all still hoop down there?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I met KD Pops down there. Remember you introduced me to KD father down there. It was crazy, and it's so wild. Like I said, I tell people the story all the time about Pratt. Like first time I met him, he already knew who I was because you told him who I was. Like you told him what I was ready to do. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy, but it was a beautiful time, and I can't wait till we get back to getting them runs so I can get my wins up again.
Okay.
But man, like I said, I'm gonna jump around a little bit. I want to get back to kind of the roots and kind of give the people kind of a little bit of your background a little bit. So if you could, just tell them like where you were born, where you kind of were raised, and you know what I mean, and kind of give them some background information on that because a lot of people don't know that part of town.
Yeah, I'm down the country because a lot of people for some reason think I'm from Annapolis, and that's not.
Yes.
You know, I get that all the time. They're like, "Aren't you from Annapolis?" I'm like, "Nah." I mean, it's no offense, but I'm not. I'm from the country, down South County and stuff like that, where everybody have relatives down there. Everybody got somebody they relate to. You know, you got folks down there too. You know, so I grew up down there. Went to Southern. Almost didn't go to Southern. It was between Southern, DeMatha, and Cardinal Gibbons.
Now hold on. Before you get to high school, right?
Yeah.
Because that's why I'm gonna make the distinct difference in a minute. You're gonna see why. But early on, when you're coming up down in Southern, and obviously, you played basketball, but was basketball your only sport, or was there anything else that you were into when you were a child?
I played baseball and football.
Mm.
So I played football. I only played football 1 year. And then like the next year I was gonna play, I didn't make weight, and I was like, man, forget it. I'm not losing weight. So then I stopped playing. I stopped playing football, and then I played baseball all the way up, and then I stopped playing baseball in 8th grade. I was, and then I threw my arm out, and then I was like, I liked pitching. You know what I'm saying? So after I couldn't pitch, I'm like, ain't nothing wrong playing outfield or shortstop, but I wasn't going for that because back then, black people, we actually played baseball back then.
Oh, for sure. My brother and them had every sport trophy, football, basketball, and baseball. So
I played baseball. Yeah,
say what?
I played against him in baseball. All of us out there, man. People don't even realize, people forget that Mount Olive had a team.
Yeah, I mean, and that's going to be one of my next questions. That was like one of my next questions. And when you spoke on it and just playing Little League, who did you play Little League for when you were
I played Little League for Galesville.
For Galesville?
No, I ain't from Galesville, but that's what I played with.
Nah, I know that's what I said. But you played for Guest. That's funny. That's yeah. Shout out to Devontae.
Yeah, family down there. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
Man, we played down Galesville, and back in the day, that's when you actually played with where you was from.
Yeah,
it wasn't that joint where you lay down the country and you going to play for Herndale. We played where we was from. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of like a rivalry thing. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much we knew who we was gonna play against in high school. Nowadays, you don't know who playing for what.
Not at all. Not at all.
Nah, not at all. So I mean, it was fun times. I mean, I was younger than your brother. I always played up. So like I only played my right age 2 years. So that's why I always played against your brother all the time. Him, SJ, Jamal, all them. Jamarcy, who could flat out play,
Yeah, don't let him hear that too many times. He gonna want his own podcast episode.
Hey, let me tell you something. Whenever I run into him, he always tell me that. He always tell. When I ran into him somewhere, I forgot where it was at. Might have been a party somewhere, man. He told me come over here because he wanted to tell somebody. He wanted me to confirm for him that he was nice. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Sure.
Man, Jamal, for real. I had Jamal call me like late at night before talk about that. Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to Bones, man. Shout out to Bones, man.
He could flat out do it, man. I know we can probably get to it, but it's definitely something in this area that was like that.
For sure.
Never touched the high school court.